No way. Right, no, there is no way this can be this easy. This is going too well. Oh, crushed my finger between the pipe and the radiator. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to... Oh, you wiped out the gate then. Hope you're all well. Welcome back to the channel. So, this video is going to be about Claire's E60, which is in my little prep bay because last night I had a message from a mate of mine who has sold his car. It was a local guy that wanted his car, but he sold his car without finding another one. And last night he was sending me links to cars on Auto Trader from dealers that he didn't even know, and then he tells me that he's got to go to Bristol next week on a work meeting. Then he tells me he's got to go to Paris a few weeks after. And it's a bit hard to go to a dealer that you don't even know and almost expect a car to be able to do that when you don't really know the history of the car. Does that make sense? I mean, you don't know if that dealer has tested the car, but you just don't know. And I didn't really know what to tell him. Then he gave me his budget. Then he asked what we had, and he looked and he saw a couple of cars that we had, and he asked about Claire's 5 Series. Now, anyone that's watched this channel will know that this car was supposed to be for Claire and the next year or so for her to use because of everything that it was. It was everything that I needed it to be. You know, I knew it was reliable, I knew it was safe, I knew it was comfortable, it was an auto what she wanted. Then the Range Rover Evoque happened. So this was sort of available. You know, I hadn't even decided what I was going to do with it yet. But one thing that I did need to do, the aircon doesn't work. And Claire's had the car about 3 months now. And when I first regassed the aircon, actually she had it about 2 months now. When I first regassed the aircon, it lasted about 3 weeks. She went off to Skegness on holiday with the kids and her friend. Then she came back. It lasted about 3 weeks. Now, aircon is quite a complex system on a car, and it's quite a straightforward system in the same conversation. Weirdly, I know that doesn't make any sense, but the thing is with aircon, if you regas an aircon system and it works, you know full well that the aircon compressor's okay. You know the evaporator's doing its job. You know the receiver dryer's doing its job. You know that all of the pressure sensors on the system are doing its job because it worked. If it stops working a few weeks or a week or a few days later, you know you've got a leak, because if the pressure goes down in the system, so you lose the gas out of the system, then the pressure sensor doesn't pick up enough pressure to run the compressor. It won't let the aircon work. It won't let the aircon work because if the compressor isn't turning, the oil isn't lubricating around the system, and things like the compressor will get damaged. I know that all my system's okay, but it's got a leak. Now the problem I now have is my friend needs a car tomorrow, which is a hard one, because do you know what? That isn't a hard one. This 5 Series to him could be ready to go. He says he's not worried about the aircon work, and there's a couple of little bits that I needed to sort out before it got put up for retail, which I could do later, which he's not worried about, and he said you can do them later. I don't really like that. I would like to be able to get it sorted, get it done, so it's done for him, so I know it's done. And then, I mean, especially the aircon, I mean, that car, just put the lights on so you can actually see it, that car is a big car, and it's black. Well, it's carbon black, some lights it's blue, but if the sun, even if it's 20 degrees and the sun comes out, it's hot in there because it's built so damn well, the heat can't get out. Yeah, I know you can open a window, but you know what I'm getting at. So in a perfect world, I would like to fix that. The problem is, I've got no time. I've got no time to book it in somewhere, to get somewhere to look at the problem. So that's when you sort of start looking at what I could do to it in my garage now. And you have to sort of start looking at costs before you start getting a bit too excited. So the way I see this, when you've got an aircon leak, 9 out of 10 times it's the condenser. especially on a car of that sort of age, because the condenser gets everything thrown at it at the front of the car, and they usually end up going mouldy and getting leaks in them, which I'm hoping is exactly what that's done. Now, every car is different to put a condenser on. Some are really easy, some are really hard. I don't know what this is going to be like because I've never done one. However, I can buy, which is in that box over there, I can buy a new condenser for this car for less than £100. That's what it costs me. And if I can fit it myself and then get it gassed up, worst case scenario is I've lost £100. That's a gamble. Best case scenario is it is the condenser and that fixes it and the car's ready to go for my friend. But even if it isn't the condenser, if I've replaced it and I still can't fix it and it needs to sort of have pressures checked and this sort of, because you can do a lot with an aircon machine. You can, when you've got a lazy pump, you can watch when the compressor cuts in, you can watch the pressures, you can work out what the compressors. There's a lot of stuff you can do with an aircon machine. I haven't got one. I've checked everywhere that I can see for leaks because it's got green dye in the system. When it comes out, you look for wherever. I can't find a leak anywhere. I've been underneath it to check the evaporator drain. Can't find anything there. I can't find a leak. Now, I mean, if we go under here, now it's stopped working. Oh, it's still nice and clean. It's done a couple of thousand miles. So if we go here and have a look, oh, still a bit of green in there, as you can see, when it was filled. And imagine if I put my screwdriver in that little Schrader valve, there'll be a tiny bit of pressure come out maybe, or nothing at all. Oh, well, tiny little bit, but that's it. That would usually burst out of there at I don't know what pressure they normally are. So that's that one. I'll tell you what you've got. Let's have a look and see if there's any pressure in this one here. See, this one is literally at the top of the condenser. The condenser's just there. See if there's any pressure in that. Oh, there's none in that one at all. Not even a tiny bit. That bodes well. I bet it's this. Do you know what? Sometimes with camera phones, you can actually see leaks, but you can't see them with the eye, or with like the naked eye. So they come. Well, look at that. Look. Well, the light makes it worse. Look at that without the light on it. You can see that patch. Look. So I mean, you've got potentially then pipes or a power steering cooler. Guessing that's probably the intercooler there. Is that the intercooler or is that a gearbox cooler? So whatever that cooler is there, I was sort of assuming and expecting the problem to be behind there, because when they're sandwiched that close like that, they always gather moss and leaves and everything in between them, and that's when they end up going rotten. But I mean, looking at that, can I get my phone through there anymore? Oh, go through the grill. But I mean, looking at that, that is a pretty telltale sign of a leaking condenser. Look at the shadow. So I'm going to gamble on. I'm going to do that condenser if it's not too difficult, and we're going to watch it together. So let's start taking a few bits off and see how we get on. So here I am with my little DeWalt drill and my Torx 35 bit on there, just taking all the screws out for the slam panel cover. I think, if I remember rightly, I took that plastic one closer to the engine off first, I think, we'll see in a minute. And then I took the big slam panel off, which has got the bonnet latches in. Pretty much sure I put it on top of the engine cover, and then thought, oh, I don't want to damage that engine cover, so I put some rags on it so I didn't scratch that BMW. There you go, look, put some rags on there. Don't want to scratch anything, do we? There we go. So I've got that cover off there. Do you know what? It's really easy to get to, but there's no way it can be this easy. There's no way. Oh. No way does that come out. That actually moves. God, you know what? If that slides out of the top there, that'll be the easiest condenser I've ever replaced in my life. Now, I know I shouldn't have said that, But like even down there, look at that patch. You can see that patch. It's got to be that. So there's the unions there. Let's get them. What are they? 6mm Allen keys. Let's get them out and see what's going on. Well, that's the Allen keys out. Are they the same? Well, they're not the same. So the longer one went at the front there. Oh, I'm going to paint that. Little bit of Vauxhall Nova mustard yellow. That's mad. That's my touch-up pen from my Nova SR when I was 17. That is a lot of years ago. I'm going to put a little dab on that one. And then a little dab on that union there. So I know it's that one. Nice. So, so I'm a bit wrong down there, look. I'm a bit wrong down there because them pipes, so that condenser actually stops short of the intercooler. It's got to be the intercooler there, isn't it? Is there a boost pipe down there? Yeah, so that's the intercooler. So that condenser actually stops short of the intercooler, so it hasn't sandwiched between the intercooler because it sits on top of it. But there's still clearly a massive dark patch there. It'd be nice if that was a luminous green, but it's not. But that's that. I mean, it's got to be the leak there. But when you see it from the front, like that pipelet, it completely covers up the gap between, or the seam between the intercooler and the condenser. So it looks like the condenser goes behind it, but it doesn't. It sits on top of it. So all I've got to do is get them pipes off, and then the condenser would slip out of the top. It cannot be that easy. So that's on a flexi, that's on a flexi. It's just got a random plastic guard in the way there, which is completely solid, so I can't get to them to split them. Let's see if I can lift it up. Alright, let's put you over here. So if that's on a flexi there, and that's got, no way can it be that easy. Or I might have to put some gloves on. Gonna get dirty, you know. So, there isn't. So that's in a clip down there. So if I release that from that clip, that is going to give me a little bit more leeway. No way. Right, no, there is no way this can be this easy. This is going too well. Oh, crushed my finger between the pipe and the radiator. Ow! That serves me right, doesn't it? Why did that hurt so much? Right, I'm shoving that between there and there. So hopefully that shouldn't fall back down. So I've just levered that up and put my little plastic wedge in between that pipe and the rad, because I just sandwiched my finger and it hurt a lot. So now I've just got to get them two unions apart, and I think the condenser comes out. If that comes out, no way can it be that easy. I can't believe this. So if I can get them unions off there, and they're probably seized on because it's been there a while, all I've done is given them a little wiggle and they're both loose. Oh, I'm gonna have to carry on with them later. It's nearly 6 o'clock. Claire's at her parents' evening. I'm gonna have to go and pick up little Mia. We'll carry on with this in a bit. Right, we're back, people. It's a little bit later. Pitch dark outside now. So we're in here under the lights. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Just got little Mia to bed. Claire's come home, so she can sort Isla out, although Isla's not even home yet. It's about 9 o'clock. Isla's at gymnastics. So I will get on in here, see if we can get this sorted out so we can potentially just get it regassed first thing in the morning. That is the plan. See if I can get you set up. So once them pipes are off, I mean, I'm skeptical this is going a little bit too easily. We put that in there. Hopefully it is moving. Oh, is that a good noise or a bad noise? Oh, come on. Oh, I think that's a good noise. Yay. Well, that's one off. Oh, one, the little pin came out. That's marvellous. One down, one to go. No way is that one going to come out straight away as well. Oh, it's moving. Right, I need a different tool. That's the one, look. Little snap-on pry bar with a bend on it. Oh, that is the one. Look at that. Look. It's going to fit on there perfectly. Don't mess the pipe up. Don't mess the pipe up. Go on. That's going. As Fred Dibner says, it's going. Oh, look. Is that one coming out with a pin as well? Oh, look, that's magic. What is going on? Nothing ever goes this well. Come on, anyone that's worked on cars, you know that jobs never go this easily. This is going too easily. Christ, you'd take one of these jobs on all day if you had a workshop. Condenser on an E60, yeah, mate, we'll do that. Let's blanket them pipes up in a nice microfiber so I don't damage the bottoms of it. We get them out of the way anyway. Oh my God, it's going to come out. I can't believe this. I've just moved that camera back a little bit. No way, I still don't. That's it. It's out. I mean, what are the... I cannot believe that is that easy. I mean, that is... So it's the original condenser. 14 years old. It's still got the BMW part number on the top. Made in France. And, I mean, that's clearly the problem there, but I'm going to have to stop filming this. How am I supposed to get sympathy off the bloke just buying this, saying, oh, I was up till midnight. Took 7 hours to do that job. Christ, the book time on this job must be about 0.6 of an hour. It's got the receiver dryer on it already. So hopefully that one's got a dryer on it, I'm guessing. That'll be even easier. Well, let's have a look in here, shall we? See, this is when doing it at 9 o'clock at night doesn't necessarily pay off, because you undo the box and you find out the condenser is completely different to the one that you've got. Oh, it's looking good so far. Please have a dryer on it. Please have a dryer on it. Oh, got a couple of studs, which I don't think we're going to need to use. Please have 2 pipes on one side and a dryer on the other. 2 pipes. Oh, there's a dryer. Oh, oh look, I think that's all right. Right, 2 unions, 2 unions, 1 bottom pipe, 1 bottom pipe, receiver dryer. I think we're all right. Well, doesn't that look a bit prettier than the other one? Same length. I think we're all right. Oh my God, it's good times. Let's get it in. Do you know what's amazing to show? I mean, you can see that leak on there so easily, but in real life, when you're not looking through a camera, that's really hard to see. Oh, do you know what? Before I put that, I really want to vacuum the top of that rad. Oh, it's like 9:30 at night now. Do you know I get away with that? Oh, it won't take long, will it? Quickly get in. We got away with that. Oh, it's all dirty down there too. Oh, I can't leave that in there, can I? Got to hoover that up too. Probably took a bit longer than it should have done. Wow. Here we go then, people. In she slides. One side. The other side. like a glove. We're going to use them O-rings because you know that them genuine O-rings are going to be better than any other ones you get. You know they'll fit perfectly and they'll make a better seal than any aftermarket ones. So what I did, off camera, went to put the new pipe on. Oh, let's get that out of the way. Get my light off my neck. Went to put one of the pipes on there, as you can see. And it was a little bit tight because of that little locating pin in the middle there, which is actually now protruding. It wasn't protruding. It was the same as that one. Sunk in there. But the hole in the new condenser, that little hole there, was a little bit, I'm guessing it's a little bit tight for the pipe and the original pin. So I was giving it a little bit of a gentle persuasion with a hammer and the pin started to protrude. Problem is, if that pin protrudes, the bolt won't go flush and then it won't seal. So I've got to take that back out now and drill the new condenser a little bit so that pin goes in, and then try and hopefully put that pin back in place. Oh, I knew it was going a little bit too well. Right, so what we'll do is we'll put them little caps back on. Stop us from getting any swarf down them holes. Need it a teeny little bit bigger, but that'll make all the difference. There's one. There's two. Well, shall we try this again? Give that a little... Oh, that's one in. Oh, it's good times. Oh, do you know what? The unions are on. The pipes are all back, located where they should be. The clip down there, which I took off, which is that one, the pipe is back in. So now all I've got to do is put it all back together, which really isn't going to be too bad at all. So I'll tell you what, everybody, I'm going to put all this back together. You don't need to see that. You saw how it come apart. It's really not that complicated at all. Then I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Morning, everyone. We're back, people. Let's see how the 5 Series is. Make sure the bonnet's not up so I don't whack it on the garage door. There she is. Wow. Oh, look at that. Look. Don't that look a bit... That looks a bit prettier in there, doesn't it, than the old one? Look at that. Look. Oh, Emma will be happy about that. So we're all back together. Let's so we need to go and get it regassed. Now, admittedly, I got it regassed and it lasted about 3 weeks. So this isn't completely going to tell me that I've fixed it. But I think with the fact that the old one looks like that, and the fact that I know the guy that is buying this, if it doesn't fix it, I'll have to do something else. But at the moment, we're in for less than £100 gamble. And if it doesn't fix it, I'm not going to tell you guys anyway. But I will. But we'll go get it regassed. And then we'll go from there. Well, there we are, we're back. So I've just been to the guys, they've just MOT'd it and done a regas at the same time, and we're back. So as of now, the aircon is ice cold again. Looks better through there, doesn't it? It's nice having a nice brand new condenser in the front of it. I really love this car. I don't really want to sell it, which I know is silly because I've got no reason to keep it anymore because Claire's got the Range Rover. Oh well. So I mean, now I've got like a 2-week wait to see if it still works in a couple of weeks, but as of now the aircon's ice cold again, so all I've got to do now is re-clean the car inside and out, ready for collection, and we'll go from there. So far the gamble's paid off. Good times. Right, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. There's a couple of hours away before Ammo picks this car up. So all I'm going to do, Alfie's sitting in the sun, I'm going to quickly rotary polish this with a very light polish and a light mop head, just to put the shine back on it. It's not that bad. I mean, it hasn't been that long since I did it for Claire, although unfortunately I didn't completely correct it for Claire, so it is still scratched, and now I haven't got time to do it properly for my mate. I mean, it's not that bad. It's still a bit clarified. It's still a bit, oh, it's still got the lines. Look, it's still got the lines from when I did it the first time, 3 months ago or so, however long ago it was. It's not that bad. I'm going to have a serious case of deja vu. It's just a bit grubby from the kids, so I'll give it a quick rotary and a quick hoover, and then he'll come and pick it up. So there we go, people. It is now 6:20, and Ammo, my customer, is coming to pick this up at 6:30. So we've pretty much just finished in the nick of time. I mean, I don't know. It's all been a bit rushed, I'll be honest. I don't know exactly how clean it actually is. I mean, it looks pretty good in this light, but it's been a bit of a rush. All looks lovely inside. It wasn't that bad inside, even though it had a bit of a, it was a bit soiled from my kids. Not in that way, but let's see. I'll tell you what, sorry if I'm a bit sweaty. I want to see my customer when they turn up, because his missus has got a Freelander 2 with like 260,000 miles on, which bodes really well for Claire's one. So we'll see when they turn up. Unfortunately, incompetence struck a little bit here because I didn't realise that my microphone wasn't turned on when they turned up, so there's no sound. Zara's hiding, trying to get off camera, as everyone does, and then I think I turned my mic on now. Look at that, mate. It sounds alright.
Mate, it's bone dry underneath. Literally bone dry.
That'd sound really bad on a phone because they always sound really bad on phone, but that sounds lovely. I've got to check out the instrument cluster on this incredible automobile. 250. That bodes very well.
Mate, it's
very,
awesome.
right, Zara. No, that's right. No one ever wants to be on the channel. No one ever wants to be. I won't get your kids on. Don't worry. All right, kids.
2.5 years and I ain't spent a penny.
That's a very good effort. I'm actually really excited about that. No, I don't want to buy it, thanks. I don't want the one that I've got. But Claire does a lot. But when Ammo told me about the miles on this, it made me feel so much better. Oh, that's all going on. Freelander 2's going. What a machine. That is it. Listen to it. Sounds good as gold, look. Off it goes. Look at that. Oh, it's a bit smoky. That's probably because she drives it really, really softly, isn't it? There's Claire in picking up the kids, look. Oh, here comes another one. No doubt this little one needs a wee wee.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get my phone.
Okay. No one likes being on camera, so you just have to... See, the thing is, right, see, you're just looking at my phone, because you can't see yourself, it's all right, right? If I could see myself now, I'd be freaking out. But when you record yourself, you can't. So just quickly, because you are buying Claire's car, which I'm a bit upset about, but that's because you messaged me, was that last night? The night before last night, and said, Kev, I'm desperate for a car. Luckily, you said it to me rather than just any old car salesman, because let's be honest, you can't really say that to a car salesman, can you?
No.
No. So hopefully this car is good as gold for you, because I hope that it is going to be. One, because I don't want a mate to... Oh, you shouldn't sell cars to mates. That's scary, isn't it? I mean, how old is this? 13 years old, this car? Yeah. 14 years old, this car. But I do love this car. I'm going to record it when you drive off and be all upset about it.
I'll send you a picture every day.
Thanks. Oh, there it goes. And there he goes. That's gone. I like that car. Oh well, gone now, isn't it? He'll like that car. He'll be happy with that car. Glad I helped him out. So it's Friday night, nearly dark as you can see. So I'll sign off for this one. I'll say thanks for watching, everyone. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like what's going on. I will look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks a lot, everyone. Appreciate it. See you soon.